Hey fam, how's it going? Speed Duel Bro here, and in today's video we have elements of thunder, water, and wind. Let's go. For the skill card we have elements of thunder, water, and wind. For the monster lineup we have 1 Gate Guardian, 2 Sanga of the Thunder, 2 Kazejin, and 2 Suijin. And then we have 3 Cyber Dragon. For spells we have 3 Book of Moon, 3 Soul Exchange, and 3 Tribute Doll. For traps, we have 3 A Hero Emerges, 3 Nightmare Wheel, 3 Zoma, and 2 Floodgate Trap Holes. How to win / strategies. Now, before we go over the game plan, fam, let's review the skill card, Elements of Thunder, Water, and Wind. It reads, activate this skill while your life points are 1,000 or less. You can normal summon Suijin, Kazejin, or Sanga of the Thunder without tributing this turn, or if you control Suijin, Kazejin, and Sanga of the Thunder, you can apply this skill instead. Send as many cards on the field as possible to the graveyard, then special summon 1 Gate Guardian from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Wow, so the elements of thunder, water, and wind wipe out the field for Gate Guardian. Impressive. Now let's go over the strategy. So let's pretend that we're in a perfect world, fam. This is our field right now. The opponent has a monster on their side of the field. Our life points are 1,000 and the opponent's life points is 4,000. And this is our current hand. So the opponent wants to attack our monster. So what we're going to do is this. The opponent declares an attack. We're going to activate our Nightmare Wheel as Chain Link 1. And then we're going to activate a Hero Emerges as Chain Link 2. Now for those of you that don't know what a Hero Emerges does, let's review it real quick. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, your opponent chooses 1 random card from your hand. Then if it is a monster that can be special summon it. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard. Now, I know, fam, that a lot of you probably already know what a Hero Emerges does. I'm just reviewing this for the sake of my newer Speed Duel fam, okay? So for those of you that don't know what it does, well, there you go. So this is Chain Link 2, okay, fam? Now we're gonna resolve it. So Hero Emerges resolves, and look, the opponent randomly chose one of our Gate Guardian pieces. So Sanga hits the field, and now Nightmare Wheel resolves, thus canceling the opponent's monster's attack. Alright? So now we're gonna fast forward to our turn. You know, the opponent ends their turn after that resolution of chains. And so come our standby phase, our opponent will lose 500 life points because of Nightmare Wheel, so their life points is now at 3,500. Okay, that's the key thing to remember here. So proceeding with our turn, what we're going to do next is we are going to activate Soul Exchange so that we can tribute away our monsters and the opponent's monster for another Gate Guardian piece. And then to summon the final Gate Guardian piece, we have here on our field Zoma. So Zoma will hit the field, and then we can activate Tribute Doll. And for those of you that don't know Tribute Doll, let's read it. It reads, tribute 1 monster, special summon 1 level 7 monster from your hand that can be normal summoned or set. It cannot attack this turn. So thank goodness that Tribute Doll allows us to special summon. You know, that right there is very key. So we are going to tribute our Zoma to summon the final Gate Guardian piece. And there you go. All 3 pieces have been summoned to the field. And I just want to point out real quick, fam, that Tribute Doll is actually very good too with Soul Exchange. So we can also tribute the opponent's monster away to special summon one of our Gate Guardian pieces. Remember, fam, we're in a perfect world, so let's continue with this scenario. So remember, the opponent's life points is at 3,500, we're at 1,000. We have all 3 pieces of Gate Guardian on the field, and now we can activate our skill card. So we're going to activate the second part of the skill, which is if we control Sanga, Kazejin, and Suijin, we can basically send as many cards on the field as possible to the graveyard, then special summon one Gate Guardian from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So we'll do just that. So there they go. We wipe the board clean, and out comes Gate Guardian. And there you go, fam. The elements of thunder, water, and wind have wiped out the board so that Gate Guardian can dominate the board. And what do you know? The opponent has 3,500 life points. Gate Guardian has 3,750. That's game, baby. But since we activated Soul Exchange, we're gonna have to wait a turn. But remember, again, for the third or fourth time, we're in a perfect world, fam. So what could the opponent possibly top deck to save their lives, you know? They're not gonna top deck anything good, so we're still Gucci to win this duel, okay? Now let's snap back to reality. Okay, fam, so let's dig deeper into the playstyle of this deck, the perfect world versus reality, and the skill card. Because in my humble opinion, the skill card is a tad bit too situational. And fam, I just want you to know that this is just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Veteran experience inside of me that's talking right now, okay? So the playstyle of this deck, it's really just to overwhelm our opponent with the big beaters that we have, right? Now, in terms of the perfect world versus reality, in my experience, whenever we're in a position of 1,000 life points or less, we're probably in a losing position. I'd like to say maybe 8 to 9 times out of 10. That's the more likely scenario, fam, because we're low on life points and the opponent more likely has their field set up compared to ours. So even if we were to come up with a power play, or in this case, a Hail Mary play with the skill card, the opponent probably has an answer to it. Now, I'd like to think that even if our Gate Guardian pieces were to get floodgated trap hold like this, I'd like to think it's still considered under our control, so the skill card can still be activated. But again, if I'm wrong, just correct me in the comment section below. Now, back to what I was saying, fam, to the 1,000 life point losing situation. Now, unless it was a grinded out duel wherein the opponent used up their resources, their power plays, and we've used up our resources and our power plays, then maybe we can make something happen with the skill card. Because when it comes to a grinded out duel, fam, and both players are at low life points, it really just comes down to who draws what. So again, speaking from my experience, if I'm in a position of 1,000 life points or less, I'm probably gonna lose. And looking at the skill card more now, it feels like maybe Konami wanted this skill card to be like a come from behind victory kind of skill card. Because a board wipe on both sides of the field, that's incredible. And now that we've talked about the realistic losing position, let's talk about the realistic winning position. Now let's say our life points are above 1,000 and we had successfully summoned our Gate Guardian pieces to the field. Now realistically, fam, if we were able to accomplish something like this, that means the opponent has nothing, which means we have a commanding control of the duel. Which goes back to this deck's playstyle, which is to summon and overwhelm the opponent with our big boss monsters. But again, if I'm already in that kind of commanding position, why would I give up my 3 boss monsters for 1? So I really think, fam, that this skill was meant to be used in a grinded out situation and as a last resort kind of play. So yeah, fam, that's just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Experience inside of me talking. I think realistically it's either going to be an extreme losing situation or an extreme winning situation. And if ever you get into the grinded out situation, then we can summon Gate Guardian in style. Card analysis. The skill card elements of thunder, water, and wind. Now, unfortunately, fam, in my humble opinion, I really feel like Konami dropped the ball on this skill simply because of 2 things. One was the 1,000 life points or less requirement. Again, as mentioned earlier, if my life points are 1,000 or less, I'm more than likely going to lose the duel. And 2, it's wherein the part where it says summon Gate Guardian from your deck. So what happens if I draw into Gate Guardian? It's over. That part of the strategy is over. It's done. And yeah, we have another effect in the skill card wherein we can normal summon Sanga, Suijin, or Kazejin for free. But come on, fam, we want to summon Gate Guardian in fashion. We want to wipe the board clean so that Gate Guardian can stand alone. But yeah, fam, where this skill card will shine though is if you ever find yourself in a grinded out situation wherein the opponent used up their power plays and you used up your power plays, and then we have a last resort kind of power play, okay? Like, if I could change this skill, fam, I would probably change it to pay 2,000 life points instead of the 1,000 life point or less requirement. Yeah, go ahead and pay. Let's pay 2,000 life points. I'm okay with that. And then the part where summoning Gate Guardian, I would definitely turn it into summon Gate Guardian from the hand, deck, or graveyard. That way we have a little bit more flexibility. But yeah, fam, that's just my 2 cents on it. And anyways, we play the one Gate Guardian because, as mentioned as moments ago, we only want to play one because we don't want to see Gate Guardian in our hand. If we ever see Gate Guardian in our hand, it's over. That part of the strategy is gone. So we want to keep Gate Guardian in the deck, okay? And then we play 2 of each, 2 Sanga, 2 Suijin, and 2 Kazejin. Now, I felt like this was the right ratio because we're playing a 30 card deck, so we need to be able to see our pieces more often than not. And we have enough tech support here to help bring out the Gate Guardian pieces with ease. And then we play the 3 Cyber Dragon, just overall good tech in this deck. Free special summon, good at baiting out back row, good for applying offensive pressure on the opponent, and good tribute fodder for the Gate Guardian pieces. And then we play the 3 Book of Moon. As you all know, fam, Book of Moon is universal utility at its finest. It helps us shut down the opponent's monsters, and it helps our own monsters by dodging the opponent's back row. And then we play the 3 Soul Exchange. This is to help us tribute away any troublesome monsters the opponent may have and helps us get better control of the field. And then we play the 3 Tribute Doll. Now this fam right here is to help us bring out the Gate Guardian pieces much faster to the field, because if we ever find ourselves in a position where we can't activate the skill card, well, summoning the Gate Guardian pieces will be that much easier. That's why we play the 3 Tribute Doll in this variant of Gate Guardian. And then we play the 3 A Hero Emerges. Now fam, I really like this tech for the Gate Guardian pieces because realistically, I think this is the easiest way to bring out the Gate Guardian piece. Just have your opponent attack, and there you go. And for my newer Speed Duel fam, you can stack the A Hero Emerges. So let's say, for example, you've got 2 Gate Guardian pieces in your hand, you've got 2 A Hero Emerges in your field, okay? Your opponent attacks, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. Oh, look at that, you just resolved both of them. Unlikely to happen, but it could happen. And then we play the 3 Nightmare Wheel. Now remember fam, in the perfect world, we just needed Nightmare Wheel to burn our opponent's life points once, putting them at 3,500 so that we could OTK with Gate Guardian, right? But realistically, Nightmare Wheel is there to stop the opponent's monsters in its tracks and keep it there, and also burn some life point damage. But the key thing here is to stop the opponent's monster so that we can tribute it for ourselves later on. And then we play 3 Zoma. Now this again fam, I don't really need to explain the greatness of Zoma. You know, we can attack with it, defend with it, but most importantly in this deck, we can tribute with it. And then we play the 2 Floodgate Trap Hole. Now this right here fam, what I like about Floodgate Trap Hole is that it shuts down the opponent's monster, right? But not only that, it keeps the opponent's monster right there. So in that regard, Floodgate Trap Hole is kind of like Nightmare Wheel, wherein it keeps the opponent's monster right there at bay so that we can use the opponent's monster later on. Alright fam, time for the moment of truth. Where does this deck rank on the power scale? In my humble opinion, this deck is casual. Now, the reason why I say it's casual fam is because of 3 things this time. 1, we don't have a draw engine, and 2, we are susceptible to cloggy or bricky hands. But if you take a closer look at the deck, we have all the support here so that the cloggy or brickiness factor won't really be an issue. And then 3 is because of the skill card itself. As mentioned earlier, I feel like it's a tad bit situational, and there's no flexibility in terms of summoning Gate Guardian. It has to come from the deck, nowhere else. And where this skill card will shine the most is in a grinded out situation wherein both you and your opponent have used up all your power plays. Well, you've got one last resort power play up your sleeve. And fam, I just want you to know that even though my opinion on the skill card is the way it is at this moment in time, I just want you to know that, hey, I love speed duels, I enjoy and appreciate the skill cards, so I'm always down to build a deck dedicated to the skill card, because that's the beauty and the appeal of speed duels. That's the fun and joy of it all, right? So just take my opinions like a grain of salt, okay? My humble opinions. And as a reminder, fam, with my casual decks, don't expect too much from it, just have fun with it, alright? So there you go, fam, that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to hit the like button because it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, your Speed Duel bro, you're more than welcome to subscribe because two things. One, I always play to win, and I'll teach you how to win. And two, if you love speed duels, I'm sure you'll love me too, your Speed Duel bro. Thank you for watching, fam, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.